Aber es sind 350 Flüchtlinge und 4 Polizisten. Die Polizisten fügen sich schließlich und begleiten die Menge auf ihrem Weg. Flüchtlings-Hotspot ist aber auch heute wieder das Burgenland.
Hejsan Toffe, jag vill först och främst tacka för att jag får komma hit och intervjua dig idag. Vi tänkte prata lite om en våldtäkt som du dömdes för 6 månader sedan.
Våldtäkt kallar du våldtäkt? Där domstol kallar det våldtäkt, jag kallar inte våldtäkt. Om du ska prata med mig, får inte kalla det våldtäkt. För hon ville ha. Jag såg hon ville.
Kan du berätta dig ur ditt perspektiv vad som hände den natten för exakt 6 månader sedan?
Exakt, det var den 13 januari. Det var kallt ute, jag hade min jacka på mig. Jag köpte den, jag är rik. Därför tjejer gillar mig. Och jag såg hon gillar mig också, för jag gick till busshållplats. Och det var mörkt, det var på natten. Det var gatlampa. Hon sätter sig ner så här, öppnar benen. Jag ser in, hon har rosa trosor. Vilka med string, du vet den lilla. Där flickor har i Sverige. Och jag ser det att hon är våt. Hon är rädd då. Hon säger det till mig. Jag vill ha sex med dig.
Så hon sa bokstavligen, jag vill ha sex med dig.
Nej, alltså hon sa inte. Jag märker tjejer hur de känner. Hon sa det till mig. Nu har vi sex. Men hon sa det inte med munnen. Förstår du? Hon sa det. Hon visade mig. Hon bara, hej pojken. Och så blink. Det var så det fungerade i våran förhållande. Och jag trodde liksom, där var jag flicka.
Berätta vad som hände därefter, Stoffer.
Ja, vi tänkte då, vi kan inte göra det på så plats, det var gatlampa. Så det finns buskar där. Men jag vet inte, det är lite mörkt. Men jag sa, jo kom igen, vi kan inte göra det här ute. Hon var fortfarande, hon var lite emot men hon ville. Jag drog henne i en buske. Och där, jag slängde henne på marken. Hon sa, ja jag vill, men vänta lite. Jag bara, nej nu kör vi nu. Hon bara, okej. Det var okej. Det var...
I protokollet från rättegången står det att hon skrek nej flertal gånger.
Hon skrek nej därför. Sluta flicka! Jag pratade med henne innan rättegången. Hon sa hon skulle säga det. Det var inte så. Hon sa nej, sluta inte. Jag vill ha mer. Du vet, flickor, de får sån där orgasm. Hon låter, det gick för henne. Det gick för henne flera gånger. Det gick för mig också.
Hur reagerade du när du fick reda på att hon skulle anmäla dig för våldtäkt? Det är ju känna.
Jag visste inte, jag trodde hon skämtade. Fan, efteråt ställde sig upp. Hon bara, det var våldtäkt, ja, då såg jag sa nej. Jag bara, vad flickan, du ska vara med mig? Hon bara, nej. Nu ska jag ringa polisen, 112. Hej polisen, jag måste anmäla våldtäkt. Jag slog henne, nej. Jag slog henne inte. Jag klappade henne på kinden. Jag bara, flickan, nu får du rätta till dig. Där fan fel. Och anklaga mig för du ville. Jag såg din blotta fitta.
Something else that Muslim immigration appears to have brought to Norway is what some here call a rape epidemic. Recent police statistics showed that in the capital of Oslo, 100% of assault rapes between strangers were committed by immigrant non-Western males, and 9 out of 10 of their victims were native Norwegian women. Some blonde Norwegian women have reportedly begun dyeing their hair black, and many travel only in groups. Kristin Spitsnogel is a therapist who has counseled some of the rape victims, and she's been attacked in the Norwegian media for saying what many will not, that the rape problem is primarily Muslim men raping non-Muslim women, and any woman who does not dress modestly and wear the Muslim headscarf could be considered by some Muslim men as fair game.
For them, I think the hijab is a symbolic marker which separates the submissive, proper Muslim women from what they see as the Norwegian horse. But when I say horse, I'm really just referring to their own words. This is what they told the journalists.
Spitsnogel says Norway's left-wing establishment has been blaming the victims, because the whole notion that Islamic culture is dangerous to women is very politically incorrect here. Hannah Herland is author of the best-selling book Alarm, Thoughts on a Culture in Crisis.
Not all values from Islamic countries or cultures are excellent to bring into the European society. And I think many times the Norwegians fear to speak about that in fear of being called a racist.
En imam sa att jag ska alla kvinnor bära långslöja. Jag ville inte. Varför? Och jag protesterade. Efter en vecka patrullen kom igen och gripade mig och de dömde mig 3 års fängelse. Efter 2 år, de sa att vi ska prata med dig och de börjar slå mig och de var 3 man. De bröt min ben. Våldtäkt. Ursäkta mig. De 5 gånger de våldtagde mig.
Sorry? I'm allowed to. I'm completely allowed to by law.
Huh?
I'm completely allowed to.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what the police... Go and ask the police officer.
No, because you should ask permission if you could do that.
No, I shouldn't. Go and ask the police officer.
Really?
Under common law, I am allowed to even video that police officer.
Okay.
Go and ask him.
Okay. I just want to know how to do that.
No problem. Go and ask the police officer. Under common law, I'm allowed to film whoever I want to.
Did you seek permission before filming us?
No, I'm filming. I'm go and ask the police officer.
Did you seek my permission to
I
film
do not
me?
need it under common law. Go and ask the police officer.
Did you seek? This is my law. I'm telling you. Did you seek my permission?
No,
to
this
film
is
me?
common law of
Did you
England.
seek my permission before?
I can go and ask the police officer.
You go and ask
ask the police officer. I can video anybody. I can walk around this town centre and video anybody.
Yeah, but I don't want you to film me. That's fine, right?
Go and tell the police officer then.
I don't
want to
tell him. I'm telling you.
There's the police officer. Go and ask him under common law. Under common law, I'm allowed.
I don't care about the law. What I'm saying.
You don't care about the law of this country.
What I'm saying to you is,
under common law.
I'm not saying about the law of this country. I'm not talking about your law. What I'm saying to you is, I don't want you to film me. That's period. This is.
I stand under common law. I'm standing here as a human being under common law.
If I don't want you to do something, if I don't want you to do something to me, you can't do it.
I am standing here peacefully. I am.
Just one second.
I am standing here peacefully. I am videoing.
And I'm telling you peacefully.
Under common law. I'm allowed to do so under common law. It is not harming you.
It's not about harming me. No. I don't want you to film me. That's very.
It's about the law of this country. Go and ask the police officer whether I'm allowed to video anybody under common law.
I don't want to go and ask him. I'm telling you, you film me again now, and I'm going to tell you.
The Swedish police have released a map of 55 areas which they admit to having surrendered total control of to predominantly Muslim criminal gangs. These areas have long had problems with other public service officials such as mailmen and firefighters when they've been attacked, when they've tried to enter these areas, but now it is the police themselves that are being attacked. Now, these no-go zones, we're going to pull it up on the map here, are primarily called exclusion areas, which coincide almost exactly with the 186 ghettos that have sprung up around Sweden in the past 2 decades. And we can see them on the map here. Some of them are highlighted. So, Mark, this is a really sort of troubling development for Sweden, a country that prides itself on having a robust welfare state, a country that offers free Swedish language lessons to immigrants in these areas. There was a number of riots in 2013, over the summer of 2013, in these areas as well. And it seems as though the situation has got worse rather than got better. And the police are literally pulling back, and they are not going into these areas. They're not going to police these. These are now becoming what's rather troublingly being referred to as sort of self-governing areas, being likened, the analogy being likened to somewhere in rural Italy in the mafia, where if you have a problem, you go to the local mafia boss. There's justice is handed out by these criminal gangs.
Yeah, it's sort of an inherent problem of this open immigration policy that they have, where they're allowing people in specifically from countries, a Middle Eastern area where there's political strife, human rights violations, war, and so they're having sort of an open policy of receiving people who then, you know, don't have opportunities and are reliant upon government services, but they don't integrate necessarily into the culture. And now there are whole areas where people are even warned, don't go there. It's not safe for you.
Yeah, it's making. I can't see how this is helpful in any way, shape, or form. I mean, one of the obvious issues to focus on is unemployment. And unemployment in Sweden, they've been battling against it. They've been trying. Again, they're fighting like the most of Europe against the recession and feeling as though they've been winning that battle. It seems as though perhaps the numbers are being skewed erroneously and incorrectly. Unemployment is spiked in these particular areas. So again, that highlights the fact that these communities are not integrated in any meaningful way into mainstream Swedish society.
And it's why you're seeing the rise of ultranationalism in a lot of the European countries, where immigration has this open door policy, and then there's a resentment on behalf of the white natives of the land, and there's rising ultranationalism that it's really going to lead to further conflicts, and this is not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. It's a difficult no-win situation, because there's a very sort of liberal policy of allowing people in who are fleeing from countries where their lives are really miserable, and they have the liberal policy of then, taking care of people if they don't have an opportunity to have a job. But then you have this violence where there's no opportunity as well, and it creates this conflict.
Yeah, and as I said, most of these areas, not all of them exclusively Muslim, and they're predominantly Muslim areas. The rest of them are overrun by criminal gangs who their main business seems to be dealing drugs. One of the other criticisms that has come from some right-wing quarters is the fact that it seems to be somewhat over-heavily self-censorship of the press, because the Swedish press apparently haven't been particularly vociferous in articulating or in highlighting this problem. And one of the issues is that as a self-regulating body and the self-regulating union of journalists, they have been very quick keen not to be criticizing or critiquing this in any way, shape or form, for fear of exactly what you're saying, of being critical of an immigration policy. And so the right-wing press have said, well, this is just demonstrably unfair. Any articulation or any statement saying that this is, highlighting this problem is seen as being something that is being seen as racist, being as unfair. So there is some question mark as to the openness, free communication that the press is having on this issue. And again, I don't see how that can really help the situation. And again, it has to be, as I said, that criticism has come from the right wing. They also claim that was one of the reasons why Fox News, apparently Fox News has been banned or has been censored in Sweden. This is what I was reading, and I'd love to know whether the veracity of that. But Fox is available in Sweden, a Fox channel, but it's a much more watered down version, and it doesn't quite have that right-wing premise or that right-wing polemic that we have in this country for those stated reasons. Anyway, let us know your thoughts. Let us know whether you think there is a way through this in terms of social integration. And as always, thanks for being with us here at the Lib TV.
On a décidé de faire chier aujourd'hui.
Voilà comment on s'y prend, les gars.
Allez, on y va. Il y a deux Anglais derrière moi là. Suivez-moi bien. Allô? T'inquiète.
C'est un bâtard.
Oh putain. C'est parti.
don't give a damn what they may feel about white people. I hate white people. All of them. Every last iota of a cracker, I hate him. Because we're still in this condition, man. You want to play? We didn't come out here to play with nobody.
Samir targets only his people with his Black Power message. He preaches racial separation and rages against police brutality against blacks. He believes that only revolution can liberate his people, and rejects the idea that the election of Barack Obama will usher in real change. Samir will use any opportunity to shout his message, even at a festival celebrating African heritage.
We didn't come out here to play today. There's too much serious business going on in the black community to be out here sliding through South Street with white, dirty, cracker whore on our arm, and we call ourselves black men with African garb on. What the hell is wrong with you, black man? You had a doomsday with a white girl on your damn arm. We keep begging white people for freedom. No wonder we're not free. Your enemy cannot make you free, fool. You want freedom? You're gonna have to kill some crackers. You're gonna have to kill some of their babies. Let us get our act together. It's time to wake up, clean up, and stand up. Black power? Black power? I damn it, I said black power. Black power. Black power. That's wrong. That's right.
Marching down the avenue. 20 more pigs and we'll be through. 20 more pigs and we'll be through. A pig is a pig, that's what I said. The only good pig is the pig that's dead. Yeah. A pig is a pig, that's what I said. The only good pig is the pig that's dead. Oink, oink, bang, bang. Oink, oink, bang, bang. Oink, oink, bang, bang. Oink, oink, bang, bang! Fuck the pigs and everybody fuck with them! Fuck the pigs and everybody fuck with them! If you're scared of the pigs, then you ain't real hit up! If you're scared of the pigs, then you ain't real hit up! Here we go again! Same old shit again! Same old shit again! Marching down the avenue! Marching down the avenue! 20 more pigs and we'll be through. Oink, oink, bang, bang. Oink, oink, bang, bang. Oink, oink, bang, bang. Fuck the pigs and everybody fuck with them. Fuck the pigs and everybody fuck with them. Fuck the pigs and everybody fuck with them. That's right. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black power. All power. All power. All power. All power. Oink, oink. Bang, bang. Oink, oink. Bang, bang. Oink, oink. Bang, bang. Oink, oink. Bang, bang.
General, what do you think about the FBI saying that there was a terror alert on Monday about a potential Fort Hood situation?
The police are shoving people, shoving Alex, shoving the crowd.
Here we go, folks. I'm being assaulted.
Whether it's the radio show, the news websites, documentary films, or the nightly news, InfoWars is the tip of the spear.
Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more homeland security while sticking their hands down on the pants on the streets?
It's up to us to set brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere, and that's what PrisonPlanet.tv is designed to do.
You watch the assault
Assad regime is going to be blamed or accused of using chemical weapons against the so-called rebels.
What we see now is a war against reality. It's a war against the truth.
It's more vital than ever that supporters of freedom become members of PrisonPlanet.tv and share their membership with up to 11 friends and family. Visit InfoWarsNews.com today. Become a member, share your membership, and help take the info war to the next level.
Après les gaz lacrymogènes, les jets de pierre.
Ferme ta gueule. Eh, tu fais ça, on va revenir. Alors arrête ça tout de suite. Alors arrête ça tout de suite. Allez. Vas-y, ok. Laisse-les.
Ultime provocation, les jeunes dansent devant les forces de l'ordre, bombes lacrymogènes à la main.
Eh, c'est un squat, hein. C'est un squat, hein.
En se repliant, les policiers pensent avoir évité le pire.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire, toi, avec ta batte, là? Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire avec ta batte?
Mais l'un des jeunes revient à la charge, une batte de baseball à la main.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire avec ta batte? Touche-moi ça!
Allez, tu recules. Allez, allez. Eh, lâche-nous la grappe, toi.
Lionel garde son sang-froid. Il met juste la main sur son arme. Un geste qui fait enfin reculer le jeune homme.
Lâche-nous la grappe, toi. Oh! Allez.
Pour rejoindre leur voiture, les policiers n'ont qu'une issue. Suivre ce long couloir bordé de palissades. Plus que 200 mètres à parcourir, mais les pierres se remettent à pleuvoir.
Ouais, on va voir, t'inquiète.
I wear two. Ozan sondelani inenwini leyo. Sizobadubula ngembamba bazobaleka tu. Sizobadubula ngembamba bazobaleka tu. Ulipul sizokushaya uzotutulwa ulipul sizokushaya uzobaleka tu sizobadula bazobaleka tu sizobadula bazobaleka tu ulipuno uzokushaya uzobaleka tu ulipuno sizokushaya uzobaleka tu ikhabhinethi soyithula izobaleka jubula ikhabhinethi soyijubula izobaleka jubula uliphulu sizokushaya uzobaleka.
Girl, guys. I ain't gonna do what? Hey, girl, look. You said you ain't gonna smack it, God. You said you ain't gonna smack it, God. Yeah, God? Yeah. Bing! It's over. Listen, this is what happens going on in the park out here. Fuck your life. Yeah, listen. This bitch got me fucked up, so I ain't gonna smack her. Look, this what happens when you say I ain't gonna smack you, bitch. So any of you bitches talking that stupid shit, getting smacked and knocked the fuck out like that. I don't play like that, bitch. This bitch slump. You said I ain't gonna do what? Good, guys. Listen. This bitch got me fucked up, so I ain't gonna smack her. Look, this what happens when you say I ain't gonna smack you, bitch. Sober. Listen, this is what happens goes on in the park out here. Yeah. I got it? Yeah. Bing! Hey, Grandma.
You see him turn around and go down or something? Are you recording?